Wow. I mean, wow. Because honestly, the Eagles beat the Giants 23-17 in halftime. Okay, this team looked horrible in the first half. I mean, this was the tale of two halves, pretty damn much. And Carson Wentz couldn't really throw the ball well. Receivers couldn't get open. I mean, pretty much everything wasn't working. When Carson Wentz was extending plays, receivers weren't getting open. When receivers were open, Carson Wentz wasn't throwing to them. Where he could have ran for a first down and didn't. Where he had two guys wide open and didn't throw to them. That's a big problem for me to watch this quarterback do that. Okay? Miles Sanders, pretty good game today. Had a few crucial plays. And then Boston Scott averaged 5.9 yards a carry today. Boston Scott, holy shit. You're looking at the next Darren Sproles in our offense. There you go. Boston Scott is Darren Sproles in a nutshell, okay? And I was very happy with him. I see that when you give the Boston Scott when you give him consecutive carries, he is on fire. And they actually used him really good in open space. In the screen game is where he's perfect. And oh my God, he broke Jack Rabbit's ankles on that one play. It was pretty impressive. But I was really embarrassed in that first half, and I said to myself, here we go. This is where our season is going to end. And then, we, on the grace of a penalty giving us a first down, getting upfield, and, Greg Ward was getting a few. Greg Ward didn't have a bad game. He dropped one in the end zone today. He closed his hands a little too early when the pass came to him. It was a perfect throw. And unfortunately, the guy doesn't have enough experience catching in traffic, okay? So he missed a few, but he did catch a few. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside had to come into the game. Alshon Jeffrey got hurt. Again. Foot injury, most likely. Lane Johnson was out. Again. Well, he had a concussion last time, but looks like a foot injury. Hopefully Lane Johnson's okay. If not, Vaitai at right tackle, pretty much. He had a little bit of a rough day. He missed a few blocks here and there. It wasn't horrible. He didn't He didn't, screw up the whole game, but he struggled a little bit. So I think a nice little week of work at right tackle will help if Lane Johnson can't play. I don't really care if Lane Johnson doesn't play next week, be honest, because Vaitai, he's played left tackle, won the Super Bowl, and he's, playing right tackle now. I think that this offense in the second half came alive. It really did come alive in that, in overtime. And the third quarter, I think in the second half, the Eagles, had over 300 yards of offense in the second half or whatever it is. I mean, I know this team can do a lot more. I know this offense can produce what we're seeing, can produce a lot more than what we're seeing right now. I obviously know this, but the problem is just how the route combinations, the way they're using Wentz in this offense, and then it goes down to the players if they're executing the right way. We don't have a deep guy. We don't have a deep threat. We don't have any really good speed. I think Boston Scott is the closest thing to speed coming out of the backfield, which opens up a lot. So he definitely gets a little bit of attention now. That since he played pretty much a full game. You're going to see other teams kind of try to defend him as well as Zach Ertz as well. Zach Ertz, the security blanket as usual, but we had drops. We didn't do well, but the third quarter into the fourth, it was a little up and down, but it was very positive, and the guys were doing, we're going upfield and doing their thing. I think Greg Ward is not a bad receiver at all. I think he's getting better each week that he's in the starting lineup. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside had that crucial catch that he was called for PI, or defender was called for PI, and J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, I still don't know what he's going to be. I still don't know if he's the future. I really don't know. The guy he needs more reps than what he's getting right now. He still needs to be in the game more. But with Alshon Jeffrey hurt, Nelson Agholor didn't play today. We even won a game without Nelson Agholor being in the game. So what does that really tell you? So this defense gave up a big touchdown, 35 yards to Slayton, rookie, fifth round pick. We all knew that he was dangerous. And they blew up coverage. They pretty much blew coverage. Ronald Darby had a really bad day. The tackling was really bad. A slant pass to Slayton in the end zone as well as that 35-yard pass to Slayton. So the tackling was just really bad. It was. Ronald Darby played a really bad game. Other than everybody else, Malcolm Jenkins had a few good deflections. The crucial third down when Sidney Jones came in, when Rasul Douglas came out, when he was injured, Sidney Jones came right in. Eli Manning was aiming for that receiver. I think he was covering Shepard, and Sidney Jones deflected the pass. Amazing. I'm not saying Sidney Jones is trash. But he made a play, and that's all that matters. The adjustment worked and got it done. The defense did keep us in the game. The pressure got better. Josh Sweat and Brandon Graham, Saquon Barkley, I was a little afraid to see what he was going to do in this game, but Saquon Barkley, he had a few good ones on us, man. His fucking legs on that guy. Jesus Christ. You can't even, it is so hard taking that running back down. I swear. His legs are like Jesus Christ, that guy is the lower body of like a bulldozer. It's crazy. But Eli Manning, just, sitting in the pocket. He's not going to run. He's not going to go anywhere. I had a few sacks on him today, so I was really happy with that. Vinny Curry had a good day. Josh Sweat was getting pressure. Graham was having pressure. Fletcher Cox was having a little pressure here and there. He really didn't give a huge presence in this game, but when he gave pressure, he did. But when it comes down to it, the Eagles just played better in the second half. And the Eagles are playing the way that they should be playing. No matter who the fuck is in. No matter who comes out of the game. I heard at the halftime report that the team was upset that Alshon wasn't playing or they were down. Like, fuck that. We won a Super Bowl with 6 injuries, with literally 6 guys out, okay? I mean, we've been dealing with injuries since week 1. Since week 1. And then after week 2, it was pretty much done. We had no offense, no nothing. Okay? Jordan Howard's not even playing. Okay? J.J. went in there for a few plays, but goddamn, this was a much needed win. I mean, this saved our season. Literally, I mean, this was a must win. We had to win this game. If we lost this game, the season would be over, and we still have a chance. Do I think we have a chance? If they play the way they did in that third quarter to fourth and that overtime drive like that, yeah, we're going to make the playoffs, okay? You still got the Redskins next week. Then you got the Dallas Cowboys, then back to the New York Giants at MetLife. That's all you got. I'm a loss for words. I didn't think that, Jake Elliott pisses me off. 3rd highest paid kicker in the league, and oh my God. I feel like the Eagles just signed people out of panic. I don't know. He's the 3rd highest paid kicker in the league, and we would have won the game we would have won. We would have won the game earlier. We wouldn't even have to have an overtime, but Jake Elliott, of course, misses a field goal, and hasn't been doing well at all. So that's why I didn't make a video on Jake Elliott getting his contract. I was just like, whatever about it. I didn't really care. I hope they bring in another kicker this offseason and really compete. I mean, it's kind of bullshit that they already signed him to a big deal, which they shouldn't have. They should have at least put him in some competition. I don't know what his contract was or whatnot, but overall, it was a good game. Eagles win 23-17 in overtime. This is confidence going into next week. This is confidence. Not only that, but you have the rest of the division to play. That's it. You don't have any. We went through the meat and potatoes of our schedule. We're through the hard teams. We have beaten hard teams. We have lost to easy teams. We have been through the thick and thin in 2019. I mean, that's just the way it is. And you know what? I was so impressed the way they played in Boston Scott in that backfield. I loved it. They used him the right way. And Boston Scott has the moves. He is like the Darren Sproles in a nutshell lookalike. Miles Sanders had a few good runs as well. I'm happy with the progression of Miles Sanders. And then Boston Scott, that fucker is going to be here for a while. He's staying on this roster regardless. To have a guy like that is amazing. So other than that, guys, I was really surprised we won, and I'm really surprised that they actually looked like a football team near the end of this football game, and that's what they should. They got over 300 yards, 302 yards in the second half. That's how they should be playing. I know. that they could play better than what they've been playing the past few weeks. I know that. I know that they can do so much more, but they haven't because of the coaching, because of the execution, because of how they're prepared all week. But if you play like that, you have a chance. You have a chance. So other than that, I'm happy. I can go to bed tonight, sleep soundly, and be happy tomorrow and be proud to rep this logo. Because that we really needed it. And it's confidence going into next week. We really fucking needed it bad. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of this game. The good things, the bad things, whatever you guys got to say. I'm not proud of the first half, guys. First half we looked like how we've been looking recently. Like lifeless. Lifeless. But that second half, the way that offense was rolling, the defense came up. It was great. So, that's all I really got to say. I will see you guys later. Shea squad up. Fly, let's fly.